Hello my friends, welcome back to a new video, or welcome if this is your first time watching. I started this video series because I wanted us to actually be able to improve our everyday lives. So the topic this week is part of the personal growth playlist, and I'm going to share some quick but natural approaches to relieving anxiety, and many of them can work in just a couple of minutes. There are 3 other playlists where you may find videos that interest you. One is about relationships and sex, another one is on fashion and beauty, and then of course career and money. I hope you will enjoy watching. Please subscribe if you find value in these videos, and good luck, because the double international giveaways that I have currently running end tonight at midnight. So you can still enter to win the YouTube beauty prizes and the GoPro Hero that I'm giving away on my Instagram. So yeah, have fun with it, and please keep watching because I have another really amazing giveaway surprise this month. Now, about today's topic, I have a very hyper personality in general. I don't know if you can sometimes tell from my videos. I naturally run on high intensity. I don't drink coffee except very rarely, and that's typically a sweet iced drink like those bottled Starbucks Frappuccinos in mocha flavor. And I don't drink energy drinks either. The last time I had a Red Bull was like 2 years ago, and ironically, Red Bull does not give me wings. It actually makes me crash, which is really weird. But anyway, with that natural high, I'm also very prone to anxiety as well. What I'll share today comes from personal experience, but I'm not a doctor, so please consult with one before trying anything here. I have to say that. Now, you've probably heard this tip before, but tell me if you've heard it like this. So, the first thing to do when you're feeling anxious is to breathe. Now, here's what. The most powerful breathing technique is actually breathing from your diaphragm, because it will activate the body's response to relaxation. So rather than breathing like this from your chest, slowly fill your belly first, then your chest, then expand your ribs, push your back, and then very gently hold the breath for 3 counts. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, and exhale. There's an abundance of information online about how to breathe from your diaphragm, so I recommend looking for that. One thing I do is always stand up, or if I'm seated, I make sure my posture is straight. Otherwise, it's hard to breathe from the diaphragm. And then once I'm straight, I place my right fingers on the small of my back, and then my left fingers on my abdomen right here. So as I breathe in, you need to feel that expansion in your belly and feel your back pushing out too. That's how you know you're really taking it all in. So count to 3 with that breath, and then slowly release, and then repeat 2 more times. This is a very powerful way to relieve anxiety through breathing. Now, if you've watched my video on how to not take things personally, you remember I shared with you my trick to silence all the chaotic thoughts in my head and be silent. Since then, I've gotten messages from viewers who've tried that method and were finally able to meditate for the first time in their lives, for many of them. So yay, I'm super happy about that. I'm so happy it works for you, and thank you for sharing your story too. But in a nutshell, the exercise I'm going to share with you next is along the same lines. It's unconventional, but it was recommended to me and I love it. Most people will tell you to relax your body and take a chill pill when you have anxiety. Well, like I said, this is going to be the opposite, and I hope it will work for you too. Now, it's going to be a little awkward explaining this from my chair, but try to visualize and you'll get the gist. What you have to do is you have to lay completely flat, preferably on the bed, no pillow, so completely flat, arms by your side. You'll take 1 deep breath in slowly. Now, as you breathe in, you need to contract your muscles from your toes to the top of your head. So clench the toes, the ankles, the calves, go up your legs, your belly, your stomach, your upper body, arms, wrists, hands, face muscles, neck. When you're done with your breath, you should also be in that full contracted position. You should feel like a wooden board, like if somebody wants to throw a coin on you, it will bounce right off like in a cartoon. You're gonna look a little funny doing this exercise because you have to contract everything. So for that reason, I prefer doing it when I'm alone, because I just want to be, and not feel self-conscious. So once you've finished your breath and your whole body is contracted, hold that breath shortly for like 2 seconds. Don't hold it to pass out, just for a couple of seconds. And when you exhale, exhale just as slowly as you breathed in, except this time you will relax the muscles, but from the top of your head down to your toes. So you breathe in, contracting from the bottom up, you hold, and then you exhale, relaxing from the top down. You contract on one breath and then relax on one breath. I hope that makes sense. When you're completely done, your body will feel really loose and noodly, and you will need to repeat this exercise twice more. So you will do it for a total of 3 times. It takes 5 minutes, if that. It will take you a little bit of time to get used to it. I don't know who gets it right the first time. It took me several very infuriating attempts, but with practice, you will figure out the pace of the breath. You'll be able to focus on the body areas and the control, and all you have to do is practice. I actually found that this exercise also helps me if I have a hard time falling asleep, because it relaxes your body so much. By the 3rd time I need to do it, I'm like completely dozed off. This type of progressive muscle relaxation exercise works for my body, but I hope you'll make sure that it works for you too before doing it. 3rd and 4th tips are about getting you present and in control again over how you feel. In the video I mentioned earlier about not taking things personally, I went into depth about how to be present, so I don't want to repeat that. The video is linked below. Please watch that so it all makes sense. But as far as the anxiety is concerned, asking yourself the question of how am I feeling right now is very effective. It works with practice though, and I explained in that video how you can make that happen. Start by practicing today, so when and if that time comes, when you have an anxiety episode, you'll have the experience to know how to tap into that question. After you take the 1 minute to figure out how you're feeling and you assess that, like I'm out of breath, my heart is racing, I'm sweating, I'm feeling really hot, etc. As you wrap your head around how you feel, you'll also start calming down a little bit in the process. The next thing you have to figure out is what's causing this anxiety right now. For me, for example, the whole wedding planning thing that I'm doing right now is giving me some anxiety. My husband and I got married last year at the courthouse, just with our parents there. So no, we did not elope, but this June we're having the big shindig with everybody, and I feel overwhelmed sometimes because I have very little time to plan, and that gives me that anxiety. Sometimes I'm thinking, oh my God, will I be able to pull this off? Is it going to be terrible? Is it going to be a disaster? To give you an example, I didn't start looking for my dress till last week. That's like 2 months away from the wedding. So anyway, identify that reason that gives you anxiety, and then ask yourself 2 simple questions. Is this worry realistic? And do I know 100% that this insert worry will happen? As an example, do I know 100% that this wedding will be a disaster? No, I don't know that. If that worry is not definitely going to happen, then you need to acknowledge that you're putting yourself and your body through hell for no concrete reason. If what you're concerned about is absolutely 1000% going to happen, on the other hand, and it is an absolute fact, then add a 3rd question. What can I do to prepare for what's coming? Now that is how you'll be able to shift your attention from that space of anxious chaos to order and planning and figuring things out. When we're anxious, we take a potential reason for concern from here to here in our heads. So this process will help you target the reasons causing the feelings of anxiety very effectively. Number 5, when we're feeling jittery, a cup of chamomile tea could help calm us down, because some of its core blends attach themselves to the same brain receptors that drugs like Valium do. You can drink a cup of chamomile tea or take it as a supplement. Whatever your doctor may recommend that works for you, that would be amazing, because that could be an excellent option for anxiety. Another idea is to heat up your body a little. Research found that sensations of warmth reduce muscle tension and anxiety and alter some of the internal circuits that control our mood. That could be in the form of a warm heated wrap placed on your neck and shoulders for 10 minutes, maybe laying out in the sun for a few, maybe taking a hot bath or sitting in a jacuzzi sauna, maybe after work or in the evening. Tip number 7, if you're predisposed to anxiety, what I recommend is being prepared, and when that time happens, to have a playlist of songs already created excited that you can just start listening to. For some people, the sounds of the ocean waves are soothing. For others, raindrops or bird chirping. For me, I need different sounds happening in the same time to kind of get distracted. So I listened to a CD of Feng Shui music that I bought several years ago. It's very relaxing and soothing, but it features different sounds and melodies. If that doesn't work for you, maybe more upbeat tunes are the alternative. So crank those up, but no matter how you look at it, there are so many benefits to sound therapy, like lowering blood pressure, heart rate, and anxiety. And I've talked about sound therapy, and I gave you some more ideas in a past email. Talking about the email that goes out every Thursday to my beloved viewers who subscribed for my newsletter, more natural tips to reduce anxiety have been emailed this morning. I hope you'll enjoy them. If you'd like to get on my email list, please go to alexandrapotora.com and subscribe. The link is below. After you confirm your email address, I will send you a message that says, "Welcome to the family," and it will give you a link to all the private content you may have missed so far. That content is password protected, and it's available exclusively for my email subscribers. So come join us and follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well. Please subscribe to my channel to get all the videos, and good luck if you have entered or you're about to enter in the giveaways. I will see you next week in a brand spanking new relationships and sex video. No pun intended. I love you very much for watching. Thank you, and I will see you next week. Good luck and lots of success everywhere you go.